And once you are situated, go ahead and take a deep breath in. And let it go. Let's take 2 more clearing breaths to settle in. Fill up, breathe in through your nose, lift your heart, lengthen your spine if you're sitting, and release until it's gone. And then one more time, inhale to fill the belly, spread the ribs, lift your chest. Hold it for just a moment when you're full. Get a little bit taller, those of you guys sitting. Maybe sip in one more sip of air through nose. And then let go. And transitioning into your conscious breath in and out of nose, assuming nose is clear enough for that. Otherwise, breathe any way you can. So your breath is not quite as dramatic as those clearing breaths. Keep your mind with your breath. So the inhale is longer and penetrates the body more than your unconscious, shallow breath. And follow your exhales out for at least as long as your inhale. Maybe a bit longer to get rid of any stale air. Make room for the fresh breath in. Five more breaths like that. And since the mind has probably wandered off already, come back for this next breath in. Out. One more time. And open your eyes. Your blanket or towel, whatever you're going to use to make your yoga roll. Yoga blankets, we unfold so it's the quartered shape. This is a blanket folded in 4. So it's like half the size of my yoga mat. And then from its long edge, you fold it over to make a long strip. And from its short edge, roll it up. Because I have a short torso, I'm probably not going to roll it up all the way. This has to fit in my belly. Bath towels, beach towels, you might have to fold it in 2/3 when you're making the strip, so it's a little bit thicker. And you're simply going to come down this right at the belly button. So I want your ribs free, your hips free on either end of it. If you need to change the size and shape of your roll to do that, take a moment to be fussy with your prop. Once you've got it there, sometimes it takes a little flirtation and you might spend the whole next several breaths just kind of rocking, massaging your belly with the roll. I don't think anyone in this group is pregnant, but if you just had lunch, Be gentle with your lunch. This doesn't necessarily help digestion. If you're waiting till after class for lunch, yes, this will help your digestion. Another way you can flirt with your roll is to tighten your abdominals like you're pushing the roll out of your belly. And then on an exhale, soften completely, let the roll sink in. And you can repeat that a couple of times, tightening and then completely softening. Now, some of you already feel pretty friendly with the roll. You love the way it's sinking in. Then go ahead. You don't have to play anymore. You can just settle on it. Notice where your breath goes, maybe more towards back of belly, back lungs. And receive. If you can't relax like that, that's when you continue to massage yourself. Some of us, this is our first date with the roll. We're not going to jump right in with it. We're going to flirt. All right, we'll stay here for about 30 more seconds. All right, and press up. Let your belly hang out. Either sink back into child's pose with your knees separated pretty wide so your belly can be soft. See fresh circulation. If child's pose is not a great pose for you, you might choose to lie on your back instead. That's fine. Find your way back to sitting. Cross-legged seat or half lotus if your hips are naturally open, or maybe this isn't your first yoga practice. Twisting to your right, left hand to the right knee. In the twisted shape, your belly won't necessarily expand with your inhale breath. You have to feel for the rib cage itself moving. But when you breathe out, feel for the imprint of the roll. See if you can take your soft, supple abdominals and scoop them in and up, like you're massaging up the front of your spine from the inside. Inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Change the cross of your legs and twist to the other side. Inhale. Exhale. Release the pose. Uddiyana, option in Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet actively pressing together. If Baddha Konasana causes you to round back, you can't get your Uddiyana because you're crunched, then sit a different way or prop your seat up on something. Maybe sit on your roll. That's convenient. So we'll take a big breath in, blow it out, hold your breath out, tuck your chin, draw navel to spine, and then fly your abdominal muscles up into the rib cage. 3 times. Let's begin together. Inhale. Empty out. Stay empty. Tuck chin down, draw navel to spine, and then feel for drawing the abdominal muscles up inside the ribs flare, shoulders back. When you have to breathe, relax your belly. Do 2 more like that. The diaphragm is attached to your spine by the largest tendon in the body. So some of you might feel that pull on spine and it feels like a sweet traction. That's what we're going for. Some of you, it might create an ache if there's something going on your back. Then just be gentle with yourself. Focus on getting movement in the belly without having to pull so much. All right, let's come down onto our backs, putting roll between your thighs up against your pelvis. Now, some of you, especially those of you who have the more movable hip joints, low back stuff, instead of using the roll between thighs, put your block between your shins. Doreen, this might be a better shape for you to keep your pelvis steady. And then you can feel if you put roll between thighs, your choice whether the legs are straight up or you keep feet on the floor to protect low back. You squeeze the roll, no pain in the hip, no pain in the low back. If you're getting that, put instead a block between your shins. Let's all start with feet on the floor, just so you guys have a feel for what that feels like. And then I'll give you guys the choice to start with legs up. Active feet, feet down, toes lifted off the mat. Press the ball to put down. Interlace hands behind your head and neck. Elbows pointing up towards ceiling to cradle head and neck as you lift it off yoga mat. Take a breath, send your breath down into low back. Imprint low back into mat. Squeeze your roll. Exhale, little twist, both elbows towards left thigh. Draw navel to spine. Inhale, center. Hold the breath. Press low back flat. Squeeze, roll. Exhale, little twist towards right thigh. Inhale, center. Option. Some of you want to go into the legs up variation. Go for it. Otherwise, keep your feet down. Exhale, twist left. Squeeze, roll. Pull belly down. Inhale, center. Squeeze your roll. Press the low back flat. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, center. This time, flex your feet. Pull your toes back. If your feet on the floor, dig your heels in. Exhale, send elbows straight up to the ceiling. Lift your shoulder blades up a little bit more, but don't pull on neck. Pull your belly down. Inhale, press balls of feet back up or press them into the mat. Squeeze your prop. Tuck your tail. Exhale, twist left. Pull navel down. Inhale, center. Shoulders are still up. Squeeze your prop. Tuck your tail. Exhale, twist right. Both elbows pointing at the right thigh. Both shoulders are off mat. Inhale, squeeze, tuck. Exhale, left. Pull belly down. Inhale, center. Squeeze, tuck. Exhale to the right. Draw navel to spine. Last one. Inhale, center. Flex your feet. Heels to sky or heels into mat. Squeeze, tuck. Exhale, elbows straight up. Squeeze a second time. Curl a little bit more. Pull your belly all the way into your back. Inhale, head down, feet down. If they're up, take your prop away. Put your hands on your belly. Take 3 delicious breaths down into your belly. Feel it move. And we'll take Uddiyana right here in back traction. Knees bent, feet on the mat, palms pressing into your thighs, right at the hip flexors. So here's the back traction. As you press your hips away, you can feel the low back lengthen. Take a big breath, balloon your belly, flare your ribs, lift your chest. Blow it out and hold it out. Breath out, pull belly in, and fly the abdominal muscles up into the rib cage, literally lifting your heart. And then when you have to breathe, hug your knees into your chest. Let's come right into low cobra. Find your way onto your belly. Let's start with elbows right under shoulders, Sphinx shape. Hands spread out in front of the elbows, wrists softly on the mat. Pull the mat toward you with your forearms to traction your chest towards your thumbs. Curl the tailbone down, scooping your belly up. Spread all 10 toes and press your toenails into the mat. Open the collarbones, shoulders back while you pull your chest forward. And exhale, lower down. Fold your hands in, rest your head on your hands. Or if you prefer arms alongside body, that's all right. A little wiggle of the hips is fine if your low back's asking for it. Again, prop for low cobra. Come into a Sphinx shape for this variation. Some of your elbows will lift up, but that's not the effort right now. Pull the mat towards you, pull your heart forward, curl pubic bone down to mat, press the tops of the thighs down, lift your belly button up, press your feet down. Exhale, relax down. Forearm plank, setting up the exact same way. Come into your Sphinx shape, tuck your toes, inhale. Exhale, scoop your belly in to lift pelvis off mat, push the mat away with your elbows, your forearms. Knees might stay down, that's fine. Tuck your tail down towards your heels. If your feet are up, walk them in towards each other so you can touch the heels together and send them back. Pull the mat towards you with your forearms, opening collarbones forward, then press the mat away to scoop the low ribs back into the body. Broaden the upper back to your inhale breath. Neck relaxed, whether your chin is tucked and your gaze is straight down or you're hanging your head, that's fine. Child's pose. Knees down, embryo if it's okay on shoulders, and knees sit on your heels, hands back by your feet. Huge breath into the back of your body. Low lunge. Step your right foot forward into lunge, back knee stays down. And some of us, we learned the propping, I think that was last week, where if you want to prop back knee, you can unroll your roll enough that it has a little tail. So you can put your knee on that padding and then prop your thigh bone on the roll. You might even float the knee. The knee doesn't have to touch down. It's nice padding, both for the knee. Also, I find it's good support for my hips. which I tend to hang in my joint. So that might be helpful too. Hands any position. Actually, let's start with fingertips on the ground, either side of front foot. Roll the shoulders back, heart forward. Inhaling into the chest. Exhale to drop your tail down heavy. Hips towards front heel. Both feet active. Lift and spread toes of front foot. Spread toes of back foot into the mat. Downward facing dog or cat-cow. Lunge, left foot forward. Or other foot forward. If you're not sure how you set up first side, make sure the side feels different. Ujjayi breath, very helpful here. Keeping mind with body. Slowing the breath so your breath can palpate into your hips. With your exhale, your hips hang a little freer. Step right foot forward and fold. Standing forward, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Palms compressed against the shins or the thighs, just not on your kneecaps. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Agnisara. Separate your feet a bit wider, bend your knees. Bring your hands onto your thighs. And if this is okay, lock your elbows out. So you're supporting yourself on your arm bones. And your abdominals are free to move. We'll take a breath in. We'll blow it out like Uddiyana. We'll fly the belly up like Uddiyana, but while we hold the breath out, we'll let go and pull it in. Let go and pull it in. Do that as many times as you can until you need to breathe, and then repeat it 2 more times. Again, those of you who might have eaten lunch, I am torturing you. So if you just need to practice breathing in this position, back traction, that's fine. Those of you ready for Agnisara, we'll start together, but then continue at your own pace. Let's breathe in. Blow it out. Tuck the chin so you don't feel like you'll choke. And then holding your breath out while you pull your belly up and let it go. Some days the challenge is to get the belly all the way up. Some days the challenge is to let go. So try to find a balance. Those of you who've been practicing this, your third round might get real fast. All right, and then come stand at the front of your mat in Tadasana. Feel your heartbeat against your thumbs. Feel your feet on the earth. Listen to your breath. Half sun salute. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale to your heart. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, relax neck. Inhale, rise. You can bend your knees a lot, low back issues. Exhale. 3 more rounds. Inhale. Exhale. More and more focus on breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale. I'll get quiet for the last round. Listen to yourself breathe. Now I'll cue Surya Namaskara A, but if you want to stay with half suns, keep breathing and going up and down like we just did. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga or fold. Inhale, rise if you're doing half sun, up dog. Exhale, down dog, samastitihi, half suns. Down dog, stay for a breath in. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Down dogs, come forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, samastitihi. Again, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga or fold. Inhale. Exhale. Down dogs, breathe in. Breathe out. Down dogs, come forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale. One more like that. 2 more half suns or 1 full. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Chaturanga or fold, you choose. Inhale. Exhale. Down dog, stay. Down dogs, come forward. Inhale, half lift, everyone. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale, samastitihi. Take a moment with your thumbs against your heart. Feel it beat. Feel feet on earth. Either close your eyes or gaze at earth. Listen to breath. Standing BB. Find your yoga roll if it's still intact. Otherwise, you can use a yoga block. Yoga roll. Ooh, that's very big. Goes between the thighs. Close to pelvis. Yoga block, if it's not comfortable between thighs, put it between your calves, just like when you were doing abs. Hands on back of hips. Press your tailbone down. Hugging your prop. Press feet firmly into earth like you're sending prop down to your feet. Inhale, telescope your rib cage up. Exhale, roll your shoulders back. Squeeze your elbows back. 3 big breaths. Some of you will inhale forward. And exhale, your shoulders roll back. Maybe your head goes back. That's fine. But each inhale balloons the heart up, forward, out of low back. Exhale, connect to your strong legs. Send your prop towards your heels, towards your ankles. If your head is back, it's the last piece to come up. Inhale your heart forward. Take your prop away. Utkatasana, sit back in your chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga or fold. Breathe in and breathe out. We'll meet in warrior one, right foot forward. Warrior one, hands on hips. Hands might work towards the back of your hips, so your fingers are wrapping around the sides of your pelvis, squaring your pelvis off, and sending your sacrum tail straight down. Inhale, lift the rib cage up, the heart up. Exhale, roll shoulders back, elbows back. Both legs strongly pressing into mat. Make sure both legs are working. Twisting warrior variation. Bring your left hand down to the ground. Come onto your back toes. Twist to your right, right arm to sky. If you want to move your right foot out to the right for this variation, for a more spacious twist, and then breathe your heart forward and up towards the ceiling in front of you, do that. Oh, if you're wondering where we are, Tressa, we're in twisting warrior variation. Some of you guys get to see each other and some can only see me. Sorry about that. Half splits. Exhale, hand down, set your back knee down. Shifting your hips back, I'm recommending the flexed foot variation as you draw your right hip back and up. Any hamstring injury, you're not going to pick your right hip back and up. You'll tuck your tail down and keep your knee bent. Lizard lunge variation. Bend your right knee. Bring both hands to the inside of right foot. Scooch right foot out to the side a little bit, but keep the toes facing forward, knee in. Tuck your back toes, straighten your back leg. Press left inner ankle back. And a little bit of cobra action with the chest. Pull on the mat to telescope rib cage forward. Exhale, drop your hips into the space you just created. Neck is either neutral or hanging, as long as throat is soft and open. Downward facing dog, or step forward and fold, those of you protecting shoulders. Warrior one, left foot forward. Hands on hips. Taking your own pelvis to square it off and ground it down. Nice stable base. Breathe your rib cage up off it. Get buoyant through the heart. Exhale, roll your shoulders back, draw your elbows back. You'll notice as you lift, especially those of you going backwards, your butt will try to lift into your hands. Keep pressing it straight down. Twisting warrior variation. Right hand to the ground, maybe all the way to right edge of mat. Come on to back toes. Left foot might move to left edge of mat as you twist and open your chest forward to your breath. half splits. Hand down, move your left foot back to center. Set back knee down and stretch back into your hamstring stretch. If the flex foot variation, lifting sit bone, is safe for you on this side, I recommend that one. But of course, always modify your hamstring stretches so you're not feeling any strong pulling. Lizard lunge, bend your left knee, bring both hands to the inside of left foot, tuck your back toes and straighten the back leg. Breathing sternum forward, pressing right heel back, especially the inner part. Scooping your belly up. All right, come to a tabletop so you can find your roll, or your yoga block is fine. This is going again between thighs, close to pelvis. And then you lie down on your belly. So scoot your legs down the roll so your thighs are completely and hips completely on the mat. Roller block will stick out like a tail. Cobra variations, you can start with your hands pretty far in front of your shoulders and maybe keep them there. Hug your roll. Turn your tops of the thighs in towards the roll. Press your feet down, tuck your tail. Inhale, pull your chest forward. And exhale, soften down. Keep squeezing. Pause. Breathe in, relax the squeeze. Some of you adjust your hands back towards shoulders for a deeper back bend. Squeeze, roll, press pubic bone down to mat. Inhale, heart forward and up by pulling. Pull forward. Don't jam into low back. Pull out of it. Keep pulling and squeezing as you draw yourself down. Your spine's going to be 2 inches longer by the time I'm done with you. Squeeze your roll. Curl pubic bone down to mat. Some of you scooching your hands back a little. Inhale, heart forward. Squeeze, pull as you come down. One more time. If you're protecting low back, hands are still pretty far forward. But some of you, your hands are all the way back by your ribs, elbows over wrists. Squeeze, roll, tuck tail down. Inhale, pull your chest forward, roll your shoulders back. Pull, 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 like you could pull yourself forward. Squeeze and pull to come down. Separate your feet wide, let your heels roll out, arms any position where you can rest for a few moments. All right, make your way into warrior two, right foot forward. You have time to complete your vinyasa. If you guys want to up dog, down dog, go for it. Warrior two. Inhale, reach back with your left hand. And exhale, reverse. Left hand down the leg, right arm up. Breathe into your right hip. As you feel for lifting out of hip and dropping tail straight down. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended variation, right forearm to thigh, left arm crosses ear. Now we'll go back and forth 3 times, moving on the breath. If that's not good for your back, You're going to tuck your tail, firm up your butt so you're not using your low back. But still, some of you don't want to flow. You're going to hold each shape for 3 breaths. Inhale 2. Exhale, reverse. Inhale 2. Exhale, extend. Continue on your own rhythm. Warrior 2, inhale. Goddess, spin your left heel in, bend both knees, sit down. Breathe your heart up. Five-pointed star, push the ground away. Extend your arms, lift your heart. Warrior 2, left foot. Lift your right hand up a couple inches, and then inhale, lengthen back. Exhale, reverse. Inhale 2. Exhale, extend. I'll dance it out. Some of your bodies don't want to move with every breath. That's okay. The breath is what matters, not the movement. This should feel healing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 4 more breaths in your own variation. Feel free to close your eyes. Inhale, warrior 2. Turn your right heel in, goddess. Five-pointed star, press the ground away. Extend your arms, lift your heart, maybe look up and feel. I always envision rain washing over me, feeling everything draining into the earth, that which I'm moving out. All right, let's find our way into lunge. So keep breathing as you transition. I want to give you time to find your props, so no fancy transition. If you're using your roll, which is a great idea, because we'll do heel to butt lunge. Right foot forward, back knee very padded, left H to B. If possible, taking hold of your ankle, maybe your flexed ankle, that's usually nice for the knee, with both hands, straight arms. Now, some of you are doing no way. You can either choose lunge, which stretches the same muscles without having to add that. Or if you want the more targeted H to B stretch, you either come onto your belly or right side. All right. Feel for the tailbone lengthening, whichever shape you're in. Those of you who are in a resting on your belly shape, everything else relax. You can focus on the stretch in your hip flexors and thigh. Those of you balancing, dropping your tail even though you're trying to balance. Breathing your heart forward and up. All right, carefully release. Find your way into pigeon, right foot forward. Those of you on belly, remember which foot you're holding for the next side. Now, some of you are warmed up for more upright pigeons. You can go for it. Or if you're in your belly down pigeon, that's fine. Belly down pigeons, if you want to add heel to butt. You have a few breaths to move into that transition. Those of you on your back, if you want to turn it into a twist, your figure four, drop your legs over to the left side so your crossed right foot ends up on the floor. Just in a fallen variation of the same stretch, pressing the right knee forward opens up the hip low back a bit more. Heel to butt pigeons if you want to open into full splits. 3 more breaths. As I see these things, you might not want to move anywhere, and that's perfect. Notice the struggle in your mind, wondering if you're supposed to be doing anything other than what you're doing. And recognize you're exactly where you're supposed to be. All right, find your way to neutral. Either take a vinyasa, take a down dog, or take a little shavasana. Lunge, left foot forward for heel to butt. If you know you're not doing lunge heel to butt, come onto your belly or to catch your other foot. And so I really can't keep track of which foot you're on because some of these screens are mirrored and some are not. Pigeon, left foot forward. Or pigeon on the back, left ankle crossed. If you're feeling your way through the same sequence you did on side one, move into your next variation, heel to butt or something else. Pigeons on the back. If you took the twist on the first side, this time drop knees to right with left foot on the floor. Left knee to ceiling, or even pressing it more forward than that. Pigeons if you have another variation or splits. A couple more breaths. And find your way to neutral, down dogs, vinyasas, or resting poses. All right, come to all fours or sitting to find your roll or blanket. We're going to change it up just a little. Unrolling. So now your blanket's the wider way, but then rolling it up from short end again. So same roll, with just a little narrower and wider. If you don't have a blanket, a bed pillow would work just fine for what we're about to do, or something else soft. Yoga block will not work for this. It's going back in the belly. So you're going to start lying over the smaller roll, resting head on hands, and letting your hips wiggle side to side. And then some of you will bend your knees and windshield wipe your feet side to side. And some of you, that movement feels safe, that you're going to actually start rolling from side to side. And if you're interested in one more up level option to catch your feet, like Dhanurasana, and roll side to side. Now, if you're not friends with the roll by now, you might take it away and continue this movement for the last 8 breaths on your own with no roll. Some of you might be getting friendlier with the roll. Good. That's where you'll start next time, a little friendlier. Oh, I know, cats love to see us acting like them. All right, when you are complete, find your way back to child's pose. All right. Lots of options today. If that makes you think, just stay with your breath and see if you can feel as you listen. Coming into a forward fold variation, the 3 options I am offering are either sitting with your feet maybe out as wide as your mat, so not straddled, but also not Paschimottanasana, and then coming into as straight a spine forward fold as you can. Hamstrings might not be happy about that, then Baddha Konasana with as straight a spine as you can. And still that's pulling too much on your low back, then you're upside down in a forward fold or a happy baby. So start with one of those 3 options, and if it evolves from there to your own custom option, that's fine. I want you to feel for spaciousness in low back, not pulling on your low back, but breathing into spaces, things getting softer. Those of you on your back, your tailbone untucking towards the earth. Good. And if you're in a very straight spine version of a seated forward fold, you'll inhale to glance your eyes forward, pull your belly in, and belly will pull you back up to sitting straight. And ease your way down onto your back. Right knee to chest, left leg straight out on the mat. Either flex both feet or press out the balls of feet, but put some energy in the feet. Work your left hamstrings down to the mat. So trying to flatten the back of the left leg down. If you need to hold on behind your right knee, that's fine. Give your knee more space, shoulders relaxed. Pull belly in and up, Uddiyana. Exhale, maybe the right knee comes a little closer. Change sides. Straighten right leg out of the mat. Draw left knee in. Put energy in your feet, like you're standing on your right leg and trying to get the back of the leg flat down on your mat. And draw up, anus, genitals, low belly. Stabilize low back. Neck neutral. If you want to put something under your head, that's fine. All right, switching one more time. Extend left leg out, right knee in. This time legs can stay relaxed as you ease into a spinal twist. Rolling over onto your left side. Any variation of twist is welcome if you prefer to bend both knees. Ease onto your back. Draw your left knee in. And roll over onto the other side. Right leg straight, bent, or somewhere in between is fine. Left arm is wherever supports your revolving spine without hurting any shoulder, neck, or low back. And rest. If your low back hurts, make sure there's something under your knees, or even put your legs up higher than that for your resting. Deepen your breath. Slowly bend your knees and ease off to one side. Bring your knees close to your chest, bow your head down, get into a little ball for a moment. Let your spine counter curve. And then keep your neck very relaxed as you press your palms into the ground. Head rolls down into the chest maybe while you come up to sitting. Then you help your head up with a hand. Palms pressed together. Thumbs against your sternum. Lift your heart. We bow to each other. Namaste.